guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're doing Cooking with Kenisha episode 4, quarantine edition. Okay, so I love food and I love making Cooking with Kenishas because they're just so much fun. The last time I did one was Thanksgiving, which is a really long time ago considering it's April now. So I wanted to make crumb cake, but then, because we had the ingredients for that, and the last time I made crumb cake, it was scrumptious, like it was so good. Then I had the genius idea of doing cinnamon rolls. So I'm making cinnamon rolls for this episode of Cooking with Kenisha. Yeah, I love cinnamon rolls, they're so good, and it's just like comfort food, you know, in this difficult time we need comforting food. So, you know, grab your baking supplies, you grab your flour, your sugar, your butter, and let's get started. Okay, so the recipe that I have, I'll link it down below so you guys can check it out if you want to use that recipe. But most of the ingredients you need are not like crazy. You need to make the dough, the filling, and then the frosting, which if you want like the little creamy frosting on top, that's up to you, whatever. I think I'm going to make it because it's just so good. So I'm going to be making the filling first. And for that you need light brown sugar, salt, vanilla, cinnamon, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so let's start with this. First, you're just going to need a medium bowl, and I'm going to start putting the stuff in there. Okay, so I just mixed in the sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla, and salt, and now we have to cut in 2 tablespoons of butter, soften. So either use a pastry blender or cutter, or just use a fork. And then after that, we're gonna make the dough. So this is like the cinnamon filling. Okay, so I cut in the butter, and this is kind of what it looks like. So I'm going to cover this and put this to the side while we make the dough. So to mix the dough, I'm going to use a larger bowl. This is ginormous. I forgot to mention earlier, but this is a no yeast recipe because when I was Googling recipes for cinnamon rolls, or cinnamon buns, whatever, a lot of them had yeast, and I don't have yeast because everyone's trying to make bread these days, so the yeast is sold out. So this is a no yeast recipe. Okay, so to make the dough for the cinnamon rolls, you need flour, regular white sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, don't worry. I will show you an alternative. And then you also need regular milk, then 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and 2 tablespoons of softened butter. so in the large bowl, you're putting the flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and salt together, and we're whisking it. I'm so excited to eat these. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. So now we have to add the buttermilk and regular milk. To make buttermilk, like who owns buttermilk? Not me. So we're going to make like an alternative for buttermilk, which you need lemon or lime juice and then just regular milk. So let me get the regular milk really quickly. I've got my regular milk. Why is this lighting so terrible? Jeez. Okay, there we go. And then I have my liquid measuring cup. So let me actually pull up the recipe for the buttermilk alternative. So there's a bunch of different alternatives to buttermilk. The one I'm using is lemon juice and milk. So you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and then enough milk to measure 1 cup. So let me get my lemon juice squeeze up. So I'm gonna pour the 1 tablespoon into my liquid measuring cup. What? Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna add milk until I hit the 1 cup line, but I have to be very focused for this because I don't want to mess it up because it could go really wrong. It says, in a liquid measuring cup, measure 1 cup of buttermilk, 1/4 cup regular milk. So let me get my 1/4 cup. Here it is. Okay, so 1/4 cup regular milk. And then whisk in 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Oh shoot, this is a half cup. Oh, that's okay, my 1/4 cups are right here. Imagine if I put too much milk, 1/4 cup, okay. I use whole milk, but the recipe, the lady who wrote the recipe said she used 1% milk, so I guess it's like up to you what milk you want to use. So I have my melted butter, so I'm just gonna whisk it in to the milk mixture. I have to mix this with the dry ingredients, which is the flour stuff that I made, until it's combined, and then I have to knead it with my hands for 30 seconds. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now I have to use my hands and knead it like in the bowl for 30 seconds. Okay, so after lots of kneading, lots of pulling the dough, I have my 12 by 10 rectangle, and now I'm going to melt this butter a little bit and then brush it on here. So now we're putting the filling onto the dough. You're going to leave a ½ inch from the edges, but then you're going to press the filling lightly into the dough. This is what it looks like right now. It looks gorgeous. So now I believe we're rolling it. So now, starting with the long side, you're going to roll it to that side. And then we're going to pinch the ends, cut off any excess, and then cut it into 8 even slices. Okay, so I rolled it out. And I thought I was recording me rolling it out because I was giving a lot of tips and stuff to do. Well, not really tips, but just I was struggling a little bit, so I was showing you guys that, but I guess my camera was not recording because I don't have any of that footage. But we can't fix that now because it's already rolled out. So the next step now is cut the dough into 8 equal sections, and I'm gonna get the circle pan and butter that first before I cut it because I'm gonna have to place it in there. So I have my buttered pan and I'm going to cut 8 and then put it into the pan. So I have my cinnamon rolls in the pan, and I melted some butter to brush on top of these. I just preheat the oven to 425 degrees. I'm going to butter these, put those in for 15 minutes, and then after the 15 minutes, I have to reduce the temperature to 350 and put them in for 10 minutes. Okay, so while those delicious cinnamon buns are in the oven, we're gonna make the frosting. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 ounces of cream cheese, 1 cup powdered sugar, 1/4 cup half and half, and a ½ teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so first we have to mix the butter and the cream cheese, which according to Google, 3 ounces of cream cheese is 6 tablespoons of butter. So that's what I'm gonna use. 3 ounces of cream cheese is 6 tablespoons of cream cheese. So I'm gonna use 6 tablespoons of cream cheese, 3 tablespoons of butter, and mix it together with the hand mixer.
Up early in the morning just to feel the light of day.
Okay, so this is the cream cheese and butter mixture. Now we're going to add in powdered sugar, vanilla, and the half and half milk. the frosting looks like. The cinnamon rolls are still in the oven. 3 minutes left on the timer, but I'm gonna take them out once they're done and show what they look like. The frosting, obviously you're not gonna finish it all in one sitting, so you can keep it in the fridge for like 2 to 3 days, but you have to use it up. So this is what the cinnamon rolls look like. They look so good. They're really hot right now, but you can take them out and then serve it with the frosting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to eat the cinnamon rolls. If you liked it and you thought it was interesting and you are gonna use this recipe, or you're not, it doesn't matter, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what else you guys would like to see from me, and then subscribe if you haven't already. I can't wait to keep making more videos during this quarantine. Stay safe, stay inside, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!